that big wide shot
Fuck you, San Diego.
for two wide having mofos?
No, man, I'm doing the adjustments, okay? You got your flannel handy or anything?
Yeah, I don't got the fat flannel.
If I do this, I call it my genie pose. I look thinner. I don't look thinner.
Are you maybe a genie in a bottle, baby? Come on in, let me out.
I mean, definitely in that picture that you just had slideways.
Slideways.
Yeah.
Are you throwing L's in there where they shouldn't be?
I mean, I'm hip, I'm cool. I got my fingers on the pulse.
I'm stalling because I forgot to bring up the chat on our other monitor here. There it is, right over there, so we can see all you lovely people who decide to hang out with us every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at the 10 p.m.-ish EST hour. I know we're a little late, but at least you know I got to go on YouTube around 10 o'clock and figure out what's what with these god-dang stuck boys because, son of a bitch, they're a little late sometimes. But hey, better late than never. That's what they say. That's pretty sure that's how that goes.
Fuck you, San Diego.
Damn, you are so close to the camera. That's my fault. Hang on.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Man. It's
been a weekend.
It's been a weekend. It's another one of those shows ahead of us where it feels like we have so much to talk about.
A little overwhelming.
But
I had a gold tooth just drilled right into my gums today.
I was gonna say, but it wouldn't be stuck at night if we didn't go over our little weekend and what haves and what fors first before we really pop into the meat and potatoes of it all.
Well,
so I know you went to the dentist. You just got your shit kicked in or something.
I got screwed early this morning.
How much did you pay?
There was I mean, it's all paid off, but
thank God. That's a free screwing, dude.
There was 3 women involved in this hardcore screwing. And you know, they love my humor. They love my humor. They even have youtube.com/ that's a forward slash stuck in the middle at the bottom of like every dentist or any dental place I go that's an appointment or needs information. I said, yeah, put it at the bottom of the file, and nobody fucking does anything. They just leave it there.
How do you fare at the dentist?
Like a champ these days.
Man.
I used to cry like a little bitch.
I cry thinking about it. Like, I had braces for like 4 years. Like I had an upside down tooth grow in. I got like a bridge right here. Like I went through the whole rigmarole.
And you were fat?
And I was fat and had fucked up teeth.
Oh
and I went through a rigmarole, which almost sounds like rigmarole, which is a fat guy loves rolls, but rigmarole is a dentist terminology. So I went through the whole rigmarole, and now I'm on the other side of all that work, and I'm like, I got to go back. I got to get a cleaning, and I'm like, no. I don't want to. I don't want to go through that.
You want to. You got to see how bad everything has fared up to this point, because it's always a fucking eye opener. Dude, it's a reminder. You got to take care of yourself.
They're gonna tell me, dude, we need to remove all of your teeth. Everything is just so bad. That's what they're gonna say to me, probably.
When I went in after knowing the price tag, because this is not fucking kibbles and bits here. I don't know why I'm comparing that currency, but I'm like,
it's a fair comparison. Kibbles and bits, dog food too. Yeah,
and then money. Yeah,
makes very sense.
Jews love it.
You buy kibbles and bits with money.
Right. And you got to be Jewish to have money.
Most definitely.
So
and have white privilege. And Frank, shout out to maybe a topic.
God dang. So that you shook me up.
Yeah. Get back. Dentist. Money.
I'm so angry inside right now. Oh, my heart is dying. What the fuck? Yeah, you know what? It's gone. You just killed me with hate.
I was trying to kill you with love.
Uh-huh.
And then the hate got in the way.
Yeah, no, there's nothing but hate, and we do appreciate this time.
Hate. Who do we appreciate?
To mate
the other team.
Oh yeah, it's like 10 to 15,000 grand, bro. Like you got to get this shit done before it's even more than that.
Yeah.
There you go. You see how my thought just was all the way in the back. Then you blocked it. You said, and Frank has white privilege. And I just saw red, and then the red just dissipated. And I'm like, there's the end of my sentence.
You do that to me a lot. It's only fair.
You're right.
And goddamn is my memory horrible. Shout out to everyone in the chat. What's up? I can't see him. Can you name drop
Medina,
a few people?
Burt Gummer lives, sexy ducks.
Burt Gummer live, man. Burt Gummer lives. No, I'm joking. I know. Yeah.
All lives matter.
Burt Gummer lives.
I didn't mean that. I don't. Well, maybe I did.
All Burt Gummers matter.
All Burts matter. Brandy, whose phone is dead, but she somehow liked and shared while on the road. Please drive safe, honey. We care. We pretend to care the best, though, like the DNC.
Yeah, well, we try not to appear that we care because we're like, oh, look, we're up and down. We got some people watching, we got nobody watching. We're over here, we're over there. Life is very funny like that. Speaking of life being funny, though, you had a recent come around of a memory on Facebook.
Oh, God. All right. So I don't know if any of you remember when we first started on Stuck in the Middle, before it was Stuck at Night, before we evolved, Josh and I did clash quite a bit, a lot more than we do now. And I'm proud that even our most recent debate worked out better, because I know back in the day I would have done what I did back then in 2020 and make a whole big passive-aggressive post about how I felt about Josh instead of debating him in right here. So you want me to read some of this shit? Because I'll use my phone.
I'm going to put it up on the screen, but I don't want Messenger up there, so I'm just going to open up a quick WordPad. But
allow me.
Can you let the people know that debate will be up by itself tomorrow? Our Jordan Peterson conversation will be up by itself tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're going to try to do some more clips here.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, because I guess the clips is what gets the people in, gets the news, the newbies in, rather. So that's what we got to try to do more clips. So look out for some more clips.
Yeah, and feel free, as you all know, give us a suggestion. Anything that stuck with you found funny or humiliating, let us know. I'm not going to read all of this, but
I mean, it's pretty damn good.
I remember how I am still of this mindset. Even though I've come to love you like a brother, I still think, just like anybody that would find anybody they disagree with, they'd be a little upset. And I find you, out of my 38 years of living, to be one of the most infuriating people to disagree with.
Upsetting. You find me upsetting. What's up, Forging Thought?
Hey, what's that? My teammate brother right there. Yeah, I think having disagreements with you is the most complicated process ever, because it doesn't seem like a cycle that is allowed to end. Like, it was the first time that our most recent Jordan Peterson hullabaloo ended in a I agree to disagree. I firmly disagree, but I agree to disagree. Like, that's a quoting of you. But here, this is 2020. I forget what started this, but I was all up in my feels about being disagreed with by.
How do you end a debate, though? I
had to say we agree to disagree.
Right. So if nobody really, I'm always gonna keep putting my side out there. If you put something out there, I will put my side out there until we're like, yeah, we're spinning. We're kind of spinning in circles here.
I did feel like I was in a little bit of a cage, a Josh cage.
I don't know why though. It's so like it seems so like
what, fluid?
No. It just seems like why is it so dramatic like that? What do you mean in a Josh cage? Just because
you're very passionate,
Right.
your voice will elevate a bit.
So how about
I
feel okay about this? I feel like I'm in an Eli cage when I talk to you about the whole abortion thing going on.
Funny
Fair?
that you would mention that.
Fair?
No.
So I feel the same way. Then no, I don't put you in a cage.
Have we just firmly agreed to disagree on some things?
Do we agree to disagree? I don't put you in a cage.
Yeah, man.
Well, there we go. We agree.
I was using. You see. I was using that as I felt back then. Okay, I didn't feel that way. Like, well, in Jordan Peterson's case, I felt like
you kind of did say you still feel that way.
You wanted me to bend the knee, just like Twitter wants him to bend the knee.
I disagree. I'm not looking to change your mind, but I'm looking to have some type of acknowledgement in what I'm saying, just as what you're like. A bad part about debating is if everybody just says their side without acknowledging what the other side said. So it's not really a debate unless we kind of, okay, I get what you said, what you did. Okay, I get what you said. I disagree, but as opposed to just shouting, and that kind of came to at the end where we're like, okay, well, I agree with that. It was a debate.
I was proud that it did, get to the point where we were like, yeah, and we can move on.
And I want to clarify. You said something on your own Progressive Patriot that was like, Josh steadily defended his opinion that
do you have a clip
Twitter.
Of such a thing?
Yeah, I mean, I could.
I've never said any. This is pure Bangladesh.
I have a clip of
Hullabaloo,
the other
malarkey.
thing. I didn't. Okay, you know what? Let me see. Do you remember whereabouts you said it?
High unspecified V. Whereabouts I said it, and I forget it because I think it's much forward in the.
It doesn't matter too much.
No.
You just simply said something along the lines of, he's defending Twitter, and I'd like to say, in that debate, I was upset with Jordan Peterson.
Yes, I even said that you found him dramatic, and I agreed in that.
Right, but you said in that stream, I wish I could find the actual timestamp, but you did say like almost verbatim that like I was defending Twitter's decision. So like I just wanted to clarify that my stance wasn't ever about Twitter's decision.
Private institutions.
No, because we've gone over what Twitter is, what Facebook is, and you know, just that idea. But my issue was with the guy being like knowing what he was about to do more than likely would violate, and then be like, oh, look what happened to me, and make a big like just like, hey, it just seemed dramatic. 15 minutes just seemed dramatic to do something you knew was going to happen. You're playing victim. He says he doesn't like victims. So, but now you're the victim when you could have just said, hey, look, I stand by what I said. Twitter did that. You know, something, it could have been a minute.
So how do I,
but it was 15 minutes.
How do I conveniently say
of Kermit the Frog?
How do I conveniently say, like, I understand what you're saying and I still disagree with certain points of what you're saying?
You said it.
Okay.
You said it, yeah.
Okay.
I just need to make it known that
he's
Twitter isn't my target in that debate. It's him playing a victim.
You know, Twitter and, you know, the more broad institutions or private institutions that are like the most convenient free speech courtrooms, I suppose.
Right, of course.
And I just hate how slighted they seem. And
but they also are their own thing. So they can kind of do what they want. So what I'm saying is like the rules are up front. Right. So it's like it's not surprise whether those rules are right or wrong, you know, to flex those rules to say you still want to be on there, but break the rules is just like it gets a little convoluted. And I just think like a 15-minute video.
You sons of bitches.
Yeah, you sons of bitches. Like
it's the most unthreatening cursing I've ever
seen. I
In
know.
my
like,
life.
dude, I'm not afraid of you, Mr. Peterson. Like, with all due respect, like he was trying to intimidate Twitter. Like
he said, this
you know, if you don't have me back on, I'm your sons of bitches. Like he was all upset. Well, just hey, like, listen, man.
Look, shortly after that, Elon Musk said, I'm not buying you, whore. I gotta watch my language, I think.
That's fine. You can say that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. YouTube's got me paranoid, bro. I'm just saying.
All of social media has us paranoid because we don't know the rules. As he said, which I agree with him, they've never came back to Mr. Peterson, Jordan Peterson, and said, hey, this is why you're being banned. They never gave him clarification. I'm with you on that. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's also like, we also kind of know why, you know. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
you remember that we covered. Remember,
I don't want to get too much into
No, I know. But like, the pride was a sin. That's his religious freedom and
freedom
of speech.
But he also said pride. He didn't necessarily gay pride. He didn't say.
No, he said, remember when pride was a sin.
Remember George Carlin's famous bit, pride cometh before the fall. Having too much pride for something you didn't earn is like, so what's necessarily wrong with that? We like George Carlin.
I love George Carlin.
Do you agree with his
every
pride
episode.
bit? I don't know if it was a sin. I'm not religious.
I don't believe in
but
sin.
If we go with George
I believe
Carlin,
in his freedom at believing what he believes to call it a sin.
Right, but if we go with George Carlin, his way of looking at pride was like, you know, national pride, white pride, Irish pride. It's like this is you were.
Wait, what would you say before the Irish one?
White pride. No, white pride, not white power. Black pride, Asian pride. You know, all the types of pride. Florida pride.
Oh,
just like you know.
Oh, you know what I don't have?
Whatever.
New York pride.
I don't care.
So I'm trying to give you an out here.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I still have a question for you because I had to explain my Jordan Peterson thing.
Did you want me to read any of the?
Oh fuck yeah, please. Yeah, look at us getting off track.
So this was 2 to 3 years ago. Eli, just like trying to get to know my future co-host with the most over here. Do you disagree with Josh? Yes. Then one of these options will apply. Your opinion is cool, but it's wrong. Remember, I used to hate that.
You're right, but wrong.
Did someone also disagree with Josh? Then see the first option and then add, I see how you're hopping on said disagreement's dick for daring to align opinion-wise. Did you get feedback from someone else that does not support Josh's view? You are to belittle the various input from all people, be it a small or large group, with a blanket statement. He will point out any element that detracts from the original point. Conclusion, Josh is never wrong. Do you and Josh do things differently? Seek his... Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I was so mean. Seek his comparative nature to level the playing field where no matter the difference, it's all somehow the same. Did you have an emotional response? Most of what you say will be discredited for obviously being too emotional to have any validity, which I'd agree with you at this point. See, I've evolved. Do you have a specific way of going about things that he is involved in? Well, strap in for the feedback and get ready to learn how you did it wrong.
Shit.
Did you not understand a joke and try explain why it didn't land? Well, be ready to be labeled the guy who ruined the already flat joke because you became the guy who explains things. Did you request or demand that he stop a certain narrative that makes you angry, which you no longer have that? So we really have come or grown. We've come a lot, but we've grown. Well, you better get ready to be educated on why he never stops and absolutely refuses to, which I've grown to know. If you tell him to stop, he'll just keep going. Do you have multiple issues with him on a topic? You will be told that you are all over the place when you speak, and better correct yourself in speaking about one specific thing at a time before you are successfully able to move on with his blessing. Josh, brother, friend, partner of the show, is in the top 3 absolute most complicated and infuriating people to have a disagreement with. One of the one that is proud and confident in themselves will have to learn to create a happy medium or middle ground, because sometimes agreeing to disagree is just his way of telling you that you're just wrong. Okay.
That's spot on. It's pretty good. I like that.
You're about to hand my ass to me. You have something.
How do you feel? You feel good?
No, not at all. I feel like half of that is still true, and half of it is not. But you're about to say something I'm not comfortable with.
Well, not at all. Not at all. There's a few things you said in there that I'm like, okay, you know. All right, I got you.
You wipe the tear. You know?
We have went over this, so I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'm glad. It's funny to like look back and see that, like, oh shit, yeah, we did have a little.
We had a few tit for tat.
Out of those 10 things, like 8 are still true, but we've knocked down the 2, so we're getting progress.
A good, hot knife through butter. We're gonna cut that in half. Oh, and inappropriately, I want to mention one of our old third mics. I did have a random dream that this individual was in a bra asking to come back on the show. Just saying. Okay, we can move on like nothing was said.
Yeah. Okay. In a bra.
In a bra. He was like, "Come on, let me come back on the show, man."
Since we're airing grievances, we brought some past grievances, even though it was a memory. This just was played, and I have a question. I'm sorry, this just was recorded. Now we're going to play this again for everybody, and I have a question regarding what was said here. When I have the audio ready to go.
I look a little stoned.
You look good, man. I like how you got the camera way above you, and you kind of look like the guy from Home Improvement, like where he just got his eyes on the screen.
Oh,
hey neighbor, how you doing? Like you're that guy.
What the hell was his name again?
Wilson or something like that.
I want to say Wilson too, or Ned or something.
Middle. Right, and I can't deny that I want to disconnect from it as much as possible when I have this time,
which is Sunday.
Right. So you said, I can't deny. I want to disconnect from Stuck in the Middle
as much as possible.
As much as possible.
On Sunday. I didn't say that, though. Yeah.
On your free time. Yet, on your free time,
I'm Progressive Patriot.
You're Progressive Patriot all day. So what is it about Stuck in the Middle that makes you want to disconnect so much, but still yearn for that itch of live streaming? Because, as you know, I'm like, hey, let's fucking stream as much as we can. You're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I need to do it. But then you'll go and do live stream the Progressive Patriot. So what's the difference here?
My live streaming on PP, the big PP, is all about impulse. It's in a moment of, I don't want to sound like I'm using like bipolar as anything, but I do have my ups and downs. And if I'm in an extreme low or an extreme high, I'll take advantage of that impulsive moment, and I'll go on and maybe throw a couple things together, which is very easy because you can see me use StreamYards. Sometimes I just hit live like YouTube and just start ranting without looking at the chat. That's the difference between coming here, going through prep, and
that's your that's what makes you. That's what's unique about you. That's like that's your thing. You know what I mean? So like you should continue with whatever that thing is. But just the idea that Stuck in the Middle burns you out so much, yet you're like, then I'm going on this one, and I'm doing a debate over here, and you'll follow me on Progressive Patriot, but goddamn, Stuck in the Middle burns me out so much. It's like,
only
what's
on Sunday.
going on here?
Only on Sunday
and Monday.
And yeah, so have you pieced together this debate thing I've thrown together? And originally, I was gonna
the one that you're like, yo, we need to collaborate with more small channels and do things with channels. And you're like, yeah, but I'm gonna do this thing on another channel.
Do you know which channel?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which one?
I can't tell you.
Defiant Discourse, I assume.
Yeah. More than likely, that's the debate channel.
And it's me, Global News Network 2. And
is Global News a CBC person?
No.
Global News is what? CanCon?
No.
Global News is from where?
Global News Network is that sweetheart Lori that called in with the husband in the
no,
background.
I know, but from where? Which channel did
her channel is Global News.
You're not understanding. Like, we met Global News through a different channel. Was it CanCon? Was it CBC?
She
was
met
it
us
Sage?
through Can Man.
So I was okay.
That's how she discovered us.
Right.
And then she called in once.
Yep, I remember the call in.
And somebody in her family typed a lot of N-words in Voice of the People. And somehow, some way, even though her and I disagree on almost everything, we like each other. And we're concerned about CERN, and we're going to debate about it.
Well, good thing you're going to have that debate on a separate channel. I'm really looking forward to that. But
Stuck in the Middle is going to be in the description.
Oh, cool. Great for us. You know, that debate maybe went over well over here, but that's fine. Because, you know, when you spread yourself too thin, as you spoke about in your video here, entitled Stretch So Thin, you make bad decisions like that. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a bad decision.
Because that could have been a great debate here, you know. It could have been, but I understand the plug. I understand, you know, the reaching out to possibly more people. But I'm just going to be stubborn and protective of Stuck at Night, Stuck in the Middle, and just say that was a bad decision. Strictly speaking, on a business sense, on Josh's side, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. But as Stuck in the Middle, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you give away content that we could have had?
Is there all right? There's some of that I don't want to be saying live, but I mean, we are airing it all out, right? And there's a little something, big change coming at the end of this month. So I think now's the time, but I know it's just going to serve to frustrate you a little bit. It's not going to, I don't know if it's going to piss you off, but all right, like, I don't feel, this is going to make you think I'm ridiculous, Josh.
Right.
I don't feel like Stuck in the Middle is mine. Even though we've been doing this together, like, it's all under your name. And
do other people put that in your head?
It's been done. But it's not like continuous in every fucking day.
You're very
malleable,
influenced by other people's opinions, but which is fine, which makes you you. But that's also on the other side. That's why you're so engaging with people. That's why you want to, you know, hear what you say and give me this. Like, so, like, it plays both ways. But, you know, people will also say things that maybe they aren't fully engaged in. But you also do say it yourself. Like, you know, you check out. And then, here I am on my day off, even though I'm in the middle of playing games.
Plug
I'm
in
like,
22
topics.
topics.
Oh, shit, boom. Like, I can't help myself. Like, literally, even on my day off, and I'm not saying you need to be this. I'm just saying, like, for me, for whatever reason, everything is content. If I find any article that interests me, if I'm watching a different show and they talk about a news article I didn't hear about, oh, let me check that out. You know, like, it just, everything is just, I'm always on the lookout. And it's almost a bummer sometimes because I can't tell you how many times I get back, like Sunday, I get home from the gym, okay, it's my day, I don't do fucking shit. And I sit down,
holy day.
I get the game console up and ready to go, I get the computer up and ready to go, but I check my phone. And for whatever reason, fucking something pops up and I'm like, oh my God, boom. And then I just get in a rabbit hole of, so, like, I kind of make sure I switch back and forth. I'm like, I literally on Sunday, I'm okay, I can't, I got to put it down now. I'm going to, like, relax for a second, and then just with habit, with human nature, I'll pick it back up again in maybe an hour or so. And sometimes I don't find topics, and, like, you know, in that moment I put it back down, but then the second time I pick it up, I'll find topics. So I'm not always out there, but for whatever reason, it's just like, since starting, like, Mornings at Night, Stuck in the Middle, like now what we do Stuck at Night, since, like, beginning all those podcasts, it's just like content is just on my mind. It's like, it's almost like driving me crazy to a point too. It's just like, you know, can't turn it off. But you do it too, but sometimes you're like, oh, I'm going to use this for my show.
Yes, I've been doing that more, fully admitting to that. Like, how do I fix this aspect where I don't feel like any of this is not under my name? I gain a name, I gain people to see me, you know, but
I don't know, like,
Like, what would make it legally ours, right? The LLC
well,
thing?
right now it is ours. It's been ours. It's Josh and Eli. Just because I'm the one who set up everything doesn't necessarily mean that it's all under me. But in that moment, setting up YouTube, you know, starting the channel, it's coincidence. Right now, that would be the next step, is to, you know, do something, as you're saying, like, get that where it's like legally. I don't know that process, but It's just like.
And I'm scared too.
I don't know if you have trust issues. You're like, I don't trust Josh. I don't trust just
because
bit. It's in his name. That means he's gonna fuck me over or something like that. And like, I don't see that way.
He's moving at the end of the month, and we've agreed to maintain our show via Zoom or StreamYards. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
And
Look at all the other shows we watch.
That this guy can find somebody else
in Gainesville. What am I gonna find? Earl? How you doing, man? We going, hey Josh, thank you for having me on the show, man. Much appreciated here tonight.
And then
it's Josh and Earl, dude, hanging out. What's going on?
I want to see all pegging each other and shit. I'll be so jealous, and then I'll have to get third mic in a bra, like my dream. And
I wouldn't. I mean. Two, there's also so much video footage of us out there, you know. Every now and again, yes, I have done a stuck show by myself, whereas you haven't done a stuck show by yourself. But I don't think that's necessarily anyone's fault. Regardless, I don't think it's anyone's fault or not. Just like it just is what it was. But I don't see it as anything but our show. There are things like, okay, here, for instance, I think you are better at promoting. Like the show, and you're good at talking to people. I think I'm sometimes better at pulling topics for the show. Like I'm a little more attentive on that side. So there's a balance to things, but a lot of the times you send great topics, and a lot of the times, if you look in our messages, like we've both sent the same topics, stretched apart and stuff like that. So we're on the same page. The topics I bring, you enjoy, it riles you up, vice versa. So, dude, that shit, like just worry about having a fun time on the show, man. Don't
be in the moment.
Be in the moment. Don't let all the other nonsense stress you out. Like people, maybe they like this kind of talk every now and again, but they just want to see us enjoy what we're talking about and put on a good show. Like that's what they're here for, you know? We have a nice little group going on. I love to grow our group into something bigger. But we got to make sure that, at the very least, the group that we do have enjoys what we're doing. And
well, I think a fair question was asked in the chat. And are you ready? It's by Apple Dumpling.
Break it down.
Was Earl the one your girlfriend hit with the car?
Fuck.
That was it, wasn't it?
Because Earl had to die. Nah, 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 nah.
I knew it.
Goodbye, Earl.
I knew it, Dumpling. He's had him in the fucking coma. They're just waiting. They're just waiting and baiting. And then they get out of here. Boom. Eli's gone. Earl's going to be in this seat.
Earl had to go.
He's gone?
Earl had to go. Just like when I moved to Gainesville, Eli got to go. No, I'm joking, man. Like, what do you think's going to happen, though? Like, when I moved to Gainesville, that's what you think? Like,
no,
I'm going to have, like...
Not at first.
All of a sudden, like, stuck at night, 1:20. It's going to be like, and then, like, I'm going to have, like, a second camera in the studio. There's going to be, like, some, like, bearded gentleman just kind of sitting there, like, drinking a Bud Light. Like, hey, I got some opinions, too, man. I'm like, Eli, shush for a second. Let's let Earl talk.
Yeah, man.
I just start doing that to you.
That'd be great footage, by the way. But
that'd be the worst friend ever.
So, all right, we've hashed out a lot of our personal stuff.
I hope so.
I'm sure we'll keep on talking.
Well, I want to.
Do you have any improper segues? What do you got for me?
Not necessarily an improper segue, but regarding the show from last week, Evil Josh made an appearance, and he actually He's got confirmed some of your suspicions.
He has too much info on me. I did not appreciate that you found that footage of me in the sense deprivation tank with my White Claw, and I like to go spread eagle with my ball sack.
Well,
oh, what the fuck, bro?
He was recording just as your deepest fears are confirmed. This is
what the fuck?
This is you doing your drugs, bro. Straight up.
Don't
dude.
look at me.
Allegedly, look at you with the cigarette in your mouth.
Stop smoking.
Look at that. You're weighing out your Parmesan cheese.
I love Parmesan cheese.
Look at that. 21 grams of Parmesan cheese.
I was born in New York. You put it on pasta.
Now people are saying, listen, that could be you, but when the camera changes, it very well could be not you.
I'm going to go with definitely not me. That's not my butt plug on the floor either.
I like to point this out. I look at the color of the video. If you look kind of at the top, and this is going to be a little down sample because we're streaming it to you and blah, blah, blah. But like, just, it's a very red room. There's a red vibe going on up here at the, because of the pink walls, or red walls. You kind of see
pink walls
right here. So like this light's going to be reflecting a lot of red vibe going on. So that's what's going on in this. A lot of orange, a lot of red.
I like Red Dead Redemption. I like red walls. I mean,
I love Red Dead
I
Redemption.
hope you're not attacking my upholstery of all things. My Parmesan issue is one thing, but do not touch my upholstery.
We got footage of you talking about Parmesan cheese. Don't you worry.
No, we don't.
But when the camera flips, it could be argued this is a different scene. It's not him. It's not there. But
Is that a butt plug?
notice still the red,
Yep. Yeah.
like the redness vibe going on. It could be from the cup, but
No, it looks
I don't know,
looks
man.
green to me. This is a different place.
This was just an in the moment. You know how when you flip your camera from selfie to front camera, like while you're recording, it does that awkward cut. Like that's what happened there.
Well,
So we caught you
I don't
doing your
appreciate
substances
this
again. there.
invasion of privacy again, and shame on all of you for watching that. That clearly not me.
How do you feel that
Me.
you're caught?
I mean,
How do you feel that you're caught?
I called my dad. All right, he said I'm cleared. He said it's handled. How about them apples?
You know what's funny? Because your dad's a hypocrite.
How
sorry.
dare you?
Sorry.
Not my free leader.
He wasn't a fan
I didn't
of
play
the
with his
CC.
ankle hairs for 38 years. That's right, I still do. Just for him to be called a hypocrite.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine,
Dad!
You had 21 grams.
No, Parmigiano.
We saw the scale.
I got a hole.
no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand,
I don't like how he had to clarify that he was actually holding the quarter.
Yeah, reminds-
No bigger than this quarter that appears in my. What are you gonna do? A magic trick here?
Well, saying quarter reminds me of grams. Grams reminds me of Parmesan.
Yeah, Parmesan cheese.
that I'm holding in my hand, 1/4 of $1.
He sounds a little congested too, like he's just a little skeet, you know.
I mean,
I'm holding in my hand.
it runs in the family. I'm proud of my
We
papa.
passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go
We're
to
gonna kill you.
jail
Oh,
for 5 years.
Whew. I mean, that's
you caught with that, you're going to jail. So
With
you
that-
had 21 times that amount. So you better watch your ass, dude.
But he's talking about coins, and I had Parmesan cheese, worlds apart. Apples and carrots, Josh.
Yeah, even back then, Biden was slipping. He was like, "See, quarters are you're going down, man. We
I mean,
catch you with quarters, man. You're out of here."
I always wondered why it never stuck. I mean, I carry quarters every day.
Of course you would.
I have a tip jar and everything.
You would.
I know. Yeah. Skeezy Jew.
So we'll get into a little bit of it here now. So we kind of get the vibe. Joe Biden was talking about what he wants to happen to drug users.
Yes.
He didn't really get into drug dealers, but the former president of the United States of America just had a rally, or a speech rather, in Las Vegas, where he actually gave everybody a little insight as to what he wanted to do with the drug dealers.
I'm sorry, gave everybody an insurrection? What?
Gave everybody a big erection.
Oh, erection, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time.
Wait, oh, you mean the current commander-in-chief? And...
Nope. I mean the former. Got to be careful here.
Yeah, I know. Missing for... yeah. Hey, Arabic.
Yeah, I know. That's funny that they chose that, because they're like, see, everybody should be dealt that way. I mean, merge us over here. So
He looks pumpkin-y.
what does he look like?
Like a little aged pumpkin.
I'm kind of seeing a little age on Trump now.
If you look at countries through
So he's talking about what makes remarks in Vegas.
Ready? Here we go. Ready? Yeah. Well,
About-
this is a speech in Vegas.
Okay.
So I'll let the whole thing play, but you kind of beat me to the punch there. Like he does. Trump is looking a little elderly now.
There's a little more wrinkles than I recall.
There's a little more sagging, a little more arching of the back. He's, you know what I mean? Like it's a natural thing that happens.
Yeah, no, fucking arching the back.
The
If you
fat-
look at countries all throughout the world, no matter where you go, the only ones that don't have a drug problem are those that institute the death penalty for drug dealers.
Holy shit, fuck.
They're the only ones. They don't have any problem.
Wow, yeah,
They
kill.
don't have a drug problem. You understand that, Tom. I never even discussed this with you, but you understand it better than anybody. China has no drug problem. No, China has
He's like
no
an
drug
SNL
problem.
skit.
Yeah.
Because they have what's
Dude, look at his hair right here.
Yeah,
Looks like he got, he was riding the wind a little, got a little blown out. It's just chilling up on the side there. Poor guy.
called quick trial.
Look, I mean, it just doesn't look. It doesn't. It looks like bedhead,
so
doesn't it?
with I mean, it looks even a little more transparent than before. So definitely fair to speculate that he is aged in his dark time. But did he just say, hey, China's doing fantastic with killing drug dealers?
With executing drug dealers, and he gets into the type of trial they should have.
Because they have what's called quick trial. Quick trial. Where a dealer, when caught, goes to trial quickly. And if guilty, is immediately executed.
That could never go wrong here in the States with our perfect legal system, right?
So many people, innocent until proven guilty, which I guess a quick trial would kind of mitigate that whole thing. But, man, do our courts fuck that up too many times.
I mean, we're kind of famous for, well, okay, I don't want to paint it like we have the worst court system, but we have so many fucking examples. We have the Free Project that has successfully gotten people out that have been serving life sentences or on death row. I mean, I think these quick trials is a very dangerous thing, especially from China. Like, what, didn't he run on China bad?
Yeah, China bad, but now he's like, by the way, I love how China handles drugs.
He's the one that made me, like, patriotic. He made me not like China, and I love their movies. Holy shit, what a fucking 180 here.
He goes on to say, which,
And their food.
Here's a juxtaposition, though. Like, he says, like, that one crazy off thing, and then...
like the broken clock?
Not necessarily like that, but, like, it's just in the same sentence. He's like, we should murder drug dealers, but then also...
those who kill police officers
You're like, okay, we should also execute those who kill police officers, but still, it's like, we got to prove that first, maybe, but he wants a quick trial.
Those who kill police officers as well as those who kill through human trafficking.
Just like, everything's just looking a little rough here, my guy.
I mean... the lizard neck is a little...
It's just an old person
fluffed
thing.
out. Yeah. He's 76?
The women and children in particular are destroyed by traffickers, making more money than some of the biggest people in business. They are making money that a lot of people, even very successful people, have never seen before.
He's jealous, but he's also still like, that's a bad pause on that face. But like, he's also like, he's still quick, man. He's still... for his age, he's very spry.
Oh, yeah. Like, if we're going to compare, to what we got going on now.
Come on, man.
The guy that has a sheet with all capitals that says, you sit down and say hello to blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah. Still, I'd rather this guy and some tweets.
Of course, he had to get a little pop, because he loves saying China.
No, wait, he pops on this one?
He gets a little pop here.
Like a money shot?
No, he's an entertainer.
Oh.
He likes to get the crowd reaction.
Stone Cold Stunner?
Yeah, exactly. Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right.
I won't forget, we're going to end crazy Nancy Pelosi's political career once and for all.
People just love it. They're like,
I would love that too. How is that even possible?
It's,
It's just, it's empty words.
It makes for great speeches.
It's like, I'm going to codify Roe v. Wade, like Obama said in 2007, and then he gets elected. Roe v. Wade being codified is no longer on my top priority list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing politician. Okay.
I mean, maybe if, speaking of Nancy Pelosi, maybe Roe v. Wade, maybe not on your top priority list, but going to the beach is.
I don't want to see what she
Have
looks
you
like,
seen the Nancy Pelosi beach pics going around, bruh?
I have never seen her in anything but Kwanzaa gear and a suit.
Get ready, my guy. Here it comes.
I don't think there is. What the fuck? Are you shitting me?
Bro.
Oh, my God.
What's going on here?
Whoa, Granny.
82.
Whoa, dude.
82, and Nancy Pelosi's walking around with some BFTs, dude. What's going on?
Did she have some work done?
Not at all, dude. That's all natural. What are you talking about?
So, like, all right, if you, God forbid, remove the upholstery, they'll just fucking bounce on the knees, right?
I'm gonna ask you, F, marry, unalive.
Oh man.
Which one?
I'm going to marry the one all the way to the right.
Really? With the Meemaw dress going on?
Yeah. She has that.
That's a moo-moo. That's a full.
She has a Puritan look going on. Maybe I dig it. I don't know.
Okay, you're marrying her.
All right, and then unalive. I can't say this, right? But I don't know, man. Those things are distracting,
right?
From that terrible thing at the top.
Dude, I'm be honest with you.
No, don't say it.
White dress, Mary, right?
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
Thank you.
Orange lady here, she's out. She's out of the picture.
I was considering saying that, and
I'm going to town on these BFTs, dude.
Man, like one motorboat, and then we can like axe the whole thing.
What is that? Why are you doing that? What are you doing?
See, just like look at the face and the shading. She looks like the Wicked Witch from the fucking West, but she's got some.
But then you get distracted by the zongas, dude. It's just a
so
guy
primitive.
thing.
I'm so sorry that we are male. We just can't. Yeah, you could be the most evil bitch on this planet. You get some bazanga, whatever you kids call them these days.
Yeah, but then you whip out those BFTs on a guy, and we're like, well, wait a minute. You are actually pretty smart.
Yes, never
We do
fails.
enjoy the things you say. Dude, if she went to some of Congress or the Senate meetings trying to pass bills with just, them things hanging out, she might get a little more accomplished, dude.
You know what? Yes,
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help out here.
Go to these hearings or stock option market, whatever.
Let the BFTs out. Let them breathe a little bit. Show the people what you got.
I would vote for that. She could be Miss Bell from Powerpuff Girls and be a successful character. Do you get that one?
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
all right. Just
when you say bell, though, I just see those two BFTs hanging down like bells, just swinging, going dong, dong.
Dude, I feel so gross right now.
Me too, but I can't help myself.
There's this main character that was married.
She's 82, but those BFTs are definitely not 82. You know what I mean? You catch my drift?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely like
Let me tell you, Miss
30
Bell.
years old.
All right, Powerpuff Girls. Big deal. All right, there was this woman
BFTs?
that's married. She does have this Miss Bell.
That's what's up.
BFTs.
That's what's up.
She's married to the mayor,
Mhm.
and the whole show, long show, you never see her fucking face. Just this.
Just the BFTs.
Just the BFTs and the ace.
That's sweet.
And you hear her voice, but you never see her face.
You're calling that. That's what you would do.
She is Miss Bell. See, right now, I'd vote for that.
Below the head.
Right
Kind of
there.
sounds like you want to, take off the,
Well,
and just use the
you gave me
body.
some options here.
Hey, listen, it's
I
not
could-
my fault you got BFTs, am I right?
You don't have to admit it. Okay, there you go.
People are
I'm
probably
voting.
so grossed out right now.
I guarantee.
Yeah.
All the women have left.
We've had, except one, of course. There's like, you're so right, Josh and Eli. You're so cool.
Yeah, I love your mustache.
Yeah, dude, you sent me. We had a super fan send a picture of myself with a mustache and Mark Wahlberg with a mustache. Like, I did a joke about Evil Josh with sunglasses, and they were like, "Hey, you should totally keep that. You remind me of Mark Wahlberg." And I'm like, no,
Own it.
no,
Own
no,
it. That's our super fan.
no.
Super fans
On
unite.
so many levels. So how dare you, super fan? But on with the Borophyll. So did we get Nancy Pelosi's BFTs out of the way? We did.
No, not at all.
Wait, real quick again. What's up? Okay, we'll take that off now. Sorry. Real quick, since we're on the Trump card thing.
Yeah.
They want to, and by they I mean the J6 committee. They're most definitely sure they got the smoking gun.
Finally?
They got it. It's right here. We got it. We're
So
about to show you.
The thing that finally proves that it's all been just some nefarious domestic good old-fashioned terrorism.
Yep, dude. The thing that can I see that paper? real
Oh,
quick?
you mean this one right here?
Yes,
the
please.
BFT blocker?
Yeah, like the big BFTs.
Yeah, her husband is in trouble with a DWI thing, fortunately I mentioned, but it doesn't matter.
You don't know what happened. She went to court. She flashed the
Yeah,
BFTs,
that's
and you were
what's
like,
up.
"Paul, you are off the hook, my friend."
You know, oh man, I really feel all kinds of conflicted
Ways?
gross right now.
You can use the bathroom real quick if you need to.
No, that doesn't help right now, at least. But I want to find
This
her
is why we
when
don't
she
have
was.
a lot of viewers.
I want to see what she looked like younger now. Like that's creepy. Like in her 30s. Okay.
Yeah, you got to.
Like,
Well, go back to when she first got him.
oh boy.
Maybe then that'd be okay.
Yeah, would it?
Because I don't know.
All right, then we're gonna do an not an
Let's go
expose.
back to the future real quick. Yeah.
Come on, Monty. We have to see those BFTs grow.
Expose on Nancy's tetes.
All right, that's gonna be a stuck in the middle special.
Yeah, you'll see that coming up soon.
Yeah.
Oh, so real quick. We don't got to spend much time on this because I think the real meat and potatoes.
Duck said, "Ouch."
When I think the real meat and potatoes of this episode is going to be the New York City self-defense stuff. But since we're on Trump, real quick, the January 6th hearing to focus on Trump's tweet to extremist group. Now, the wording they use is ever so present in this, and I guess you would call this like not the headline, but like the.
This is the hype fest, the build up, right?
But-
to the money shot.
What's going to happen? Yes, but I'm more so talking about this. Like, whatever this sentence is before we get into the actual story, like I don't know what this is called. It's not like the first sentence, like there's a word for it. It's not like the detail. It's not the headline. It's
just call
something
it the
else.
fucking opener.
But this will preface you on what's going to happen in this article. Former president's notorious "Be there, will be wild" tweet was catalyst for violent protests, Congress members will argue. This whole thing is like, this is what they're going to do. The House January 6th Select Committee is expected to make the case at its 7th hearing on Tuesday that Donald Trump gave the signal to the extremist group that stormed the Capitol to target and obstruct the congressional certification of Joe Biden's electoral college win.
They're going to have a whole fucking article poised after that smidgen of a title as being the smoking gun.
They're going to zero in on a pivotal tweet sent by the former president in the early hours of the morning on December 19th, according to sources close to the inquiry who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the forthcoming hearing. Here's the tweet. Big protests in D.C. on January 6th. Be there. Will be wild. Dude, I've said that about like house parties.
Yes.
Yo, come out to my beer. It's going to be wild.
I thought this was a Girls Gone Wild ad, and he just forgot the girls part, and whoops.
Mr. Trump, when you say will be wild, what did you mean by that? Did you mean
Pelosi's BFFs?
Murderous insurrection?
No, we don't condone that at all. Are they really? Dude, didn't we just have a woman that is a Secret Service agent lie under fucking oath that he had taken the fucking wheel or something? This is old news, but that's what I saw. And he was in the fucking back seat, as I understand. So now they're going with this. Dude, I'm tired of the witch hunt shit, man. Drop it.
It's propaganda. Like whether if you believe J6 or not, the hearings, just the hearings themselves, because they're not really official. It's all propaganda for. It's like a really good campaign ad.
Just look at the key words: Capitol attack, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, blah blah blah, stop and steal.
You know, like, and they're saying, like,
what is it with
they're
America?
saying definitive statements. And Trump sent that tweet knowing that for those groups, it amounted to confirmation that they should put in motion their plans for January 6th. The Select Committee will say. You see what I mean? Like, so they preface. It's not in quotes because they didn't say it yet, but they say it as if this is what happened, and then they lead by this is what they're going to say. It's such a weird article.
They're so confident. They've just inserted intent.
Well, obviously they have insight into what, you know what I mean? Like somebody is talking to this outlet and giving them, here's what we're going to talk about, and this is what we have going on. Like,
what is it with this country?
It's a future article, though. This is what's blowing my mind. It's like they haven't even done it yet.
This is the buildup to already kind of pre-program or plant the seed. I mean, something to that effect.
You said it. I didn't. It's really to pre-program those who are already on that.
It's the people with the yes man syndrome that don't want to hear anything counter to what they believe to be the truth. And this is going to be that for them. Yes, he's guilty. See? And here's every clarification I've ever needed. I don't even have to use independent thought at this point. Just look at the media. When are we going to also get over fucking witch hunts, man? We know...
We know
Clinton signed off on the fucking Russia thing. Okay, and what's... All right. Once in the Oval Office, they implored Trump to invoke Executive Order 13848, which granted him emergency powers in the event of foreign interference in the election... Although that had not happened. Though that had not happened. To seize voting machines and install Powell as special counsel. They just said it
didn't happen. They're like, but you thought about it. We know because because
we control the narrative.
Someone close to your thinking said you did.
Yeah, this person was near you while you were thinking before you did it. The tweet. For the former president ultimately demurred
on both of those proposals.
Wow, man, they're so strategic. And
this is what they're going after.
But after the Flynn Powell, Brian Newman plan for him to overturn the election fell apart,
the Select Committee will say again.
He turned his attention to J6 as his final chance and sent his tweet. wow, that's a lot of fucking hullabaloo hyperbole to plant into your head to make you believe a lie is the truth. That's what that is. That is some cojones on the media. Media?
Who is this?
Whoo, boy.
I think this is this the Independent?
Yeah,
It's
the Guardian.
There you go. Well,
There you go.
whatever.
Like, I'm almost impressed, but I also feel sad that people fall for this shit. You know, and now, again, someone on my lefty side is going to say, you're not a fucking progressive. You defend. I'm not defending him. I'm just calling out the bullshit where it is. You smell it? I smell it.
I'm conflicted. People fall for it, but I think the people who fall for it are those on both of the extremes. Meaning,
Like
I really don't think there was shit that happened during the election enough to, like, just what Bill Barr said. I think, yeah, shit happened, but not enough to determine the outcome. You know, even if these two states kind of get overturned, he still needs one more, like Georgia or something like that, to kind of say, "Oh, look what happened." I do think, I don't know. It feels like almost like a grab for people who wanted that to be.
It could very much be, you know, the putting out the candy that they want to taste so bad.
I think
that's
the
ever
establishment. I mean, we see it now. They're so indebted to their side, media, mainstream news. Like, I think the Time article was spot on. They got everybody so hyped up to hate the guy that they voted for somebody they didn't want to.
Yeah.
Almost like what happened with him and Hillary.
I mean, yeah.
People are like,
pretty
I'm not
spot on.
having that. It's like the same. It's like the
That's
fallout
where I
from that.
was after the primaries. I wanted nothing to do with HRC. Nothing. So much so that I was happy that she lost, but I didn't vote. I wrote in my guy or something. It was pointless, but my principles stood at that time.
Yeah, no, for sure. It just seems I'm stuck in the middle, legit on that one. At first, I was like, there definitely is some,
Man, I remember we hosted that shit live, dude, and that number got stuck for like the fucking almost 2 goddamn nights. Like in the morning, it all changed. I know the danger of what we're talking about. So just say, I think there's enough evidence of being like, what the fuck? And that's where I leave it
and
at.
Here's what I think. I think all that shit always went on. I think that amount of that shit has always gone on. And it was only up until now when somebody like DT came out and spoke about it that people were a little more aware about it and like kind of the nuances that could happen with people who had those votes. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't know what I'm gonna put it, like,
Yeah, we gotta get.
safest and fairest election in the world.
Not even a question about it. You
trying
know,
to dance around the bush here, beat around the bush. I like dancing better, but
dancing goes.
I just feel like it's become so polarized now that it's literally only one camp or the other. Not like, well, maybe over here it happened, but here it didn't. But it's just like, nope, it definitely happened or it definitely didn't happen. And it's just like,
and the danger of that is because look at the reasons we got the strikes that we did. The person that's very invested on this or in this, they've made it so it's taboo to talk about. So what is that going to do? If you prevent discourse, you're going to get 2 more deeply invested sides.
right. The same people who affected the outcome are also now driving divide, which makes complete sense because it's the same
And it benefits.
thing.
It benefits
it's the same entity
Yeah.
doing it.
It's going to benefit the fucking top, and yeah, they get to just have us more divided.
So by speaking out on the entity's page that is causing division isn't going to do anything.
No, right? No, it doesn't.
A la Jordan Peterson speaking out on Twitter, trying to do something against that.
Did you prep all this for that
Nope,
moment?
I did not. But it's just like there are other. You know what I mean? Like, got to go somewhere else or whatever. Like,
Because the person that we're thinking of,
capitalism and everything else spawned Rumble. It spawned all these other places that are coming up. Maybe they aren't where this platform is or the other social media platforms are, but it's now a different place where people can get those. But the downside is the echo chamber.
and I go there. There's some disgusting things. I did speak
Hell
with,
yes.
with a data analyst in Israel who's a friend of mine. She's turned her life around, and it's for the debate about CERN that is going to be had later. But she had told me, we had just talked, as fellow Jewish people. She's all Jewish. There's so much of that anti-Semitism shit on Rumble and BitChute. And why is that? Why is that in these echo chambers? Will the right-wing aspect of our demographic reach out to me and tell me why people think this way? That we are some fucking nefarious religion that wants to control all of you? Because my family and my friends that have this blood within us, we're not getting the checks, and we don't understand. And when I'm learning from the Talmud, there's just nothing but love. And like God is infinity. Like, where's the fucking hatred, man? I'm not awake or something.
Yeah, that's weird.
What did you want to tell me about Anne Frank?
I'll tell you what. Okay, for sure. But the other side has their people they hate too. So it's like nobody's immune. Maybe the right tends to have that ideology. Well, not the right, but like people who, we got to be careful with how we say this, because that's not necessarily true that the right believes that, but it's people who are normally on the right also have that same thinking. Oh, Jews.
Here, you know what?
But people on the left also have a roundabout way of being racist to minorities.
Absolutely.
Completely hating white people. Like everyone on their side
Suddenly
hates somebody.
pro-segregation, right?
Yeah. Oh, loves the segregation.
So before I forget, this lovely friend of mine, the data analyst, was telling me, like, I had posted something, and she said, you shouldn't be really focused on this too much. Look out for the anti-Semitism, the incels that are on the rise on websites. And then...
Is she Jewish, too?
This woman...
You guys have a bias looking out, like, for, the anti-Jewish stuff.
I suppose so. I mean,
saying.
Fucking fits.
Yeah.
We are the people that are hated. So, all right.
I mean, everyone's hated to a certain extent, but...
all right, I'm gonna finish my fucking sentence, and then we can get into whatever the fuck that was. So she said, simple. Everybody's good.
Somebody hates everybody. That's all I'm saying. Like the Jews are hated, but by who? A certain group.
2 days after she had said you should watch out for the incels, Buffalo happens, and then she started to tell me yesterday. We were talking while I was at the gun range. She starts telling me, watch out. Like, we already know the right wing's anti-Semitism rhetoric. We had the Eichmann trials. We know Nazis are on that side, but watch out, Eli. The left is going to start with the anti-Semitism. It's rising within its ranks right now. And she has access to a lot of data. Like, she works for a fucking prestigious university, and she just seems to have an earmark on predicting shit that's going to go down. Not saying she's Q or anything. I'm just saying yes, she's very concerned about the anti-Semitism that appears to be growing on both sides.
Well, she called it. She called it because
look at that fucking headline.
Anne Frank, she had white privilege.
Who put this out?
Twitter debates. It's TMZ, bro.
What the fuck? Why? Who the fuck?
Because when Twitter, the place that bans Jordan Peterson for saying his thing, that bans President Trump, allows that conversation to go on.
I mean, what is the argument that she is? I don't understand. She got killed. She got captured. Her family was killed. I think the father survived on to have her journal published. He omitted some parts of it. We all read this story.
Here's the
Jew,
tweet.
Gentile, whatever.
From a one Commando hot dog.
Sounds patriotic.
Thank God they banned the president and they banned Jordan Peterson. But, if you're a person talking about white privilege, that's all good to go. Especially, it doesn't matter. Dude, you could talk about a black person having white privilege because they, they're in Uncle Tom. You can talk now about anybody who look like everything's cool, which I'm not mad at. I'm just pointing out, like, there's ways to say everyone has that type of privilege, whether it be what they look like, how they act like, where they were born at. It's just like, okay, it seems...
yeah, like the classist aspect of it, through the scope of race. I'm gonna just be
go ahead and read Commando Hot Dog's comment.
Yes, all white people are safe. Y'all really need to learn how to do better at this. No one is saying the Nazis didn't target white people. Just the white people can hide behind their whiteness. Whereas a Nazi USA black people can't. This is like what fucking Whoopi Goldberg said. Go tell black people the whites got it hard. I guarantee you that's a white person saying this shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what you're saying. Have you read all the doctrine about what Jews look like, how we smell? Look at our fucking noses. Look at how skeezy our posture is and our everything. Okay, we're down to a fucking finite science at how you can spot a fucking Jew. Don't give me this woke ass bullshit. So yeah, she's right. It is coming from the left.
That's
So,
all left stuff,
full
bro.
fucking circle, you know.
But Twitter doesn't ban that stuff.
Go Twitter, you sons of bitches.
As someone wisely put it, Anne Frank didn't have white privilege. You want to know why? Jewish people aren't included when white nationalists define the perfect Aryan race. If you think she did, tell that to all the other innocent Jewish people forced into concentration camps for not being white enough. In other words, Jews were not considered one and the same as Nazis at the time. By said Nazis, even pigmentation-wise, evidence in their literal extermination by the millions.
Yeah,
weren't
white passing enough for that 6 million death count.
Dude, you like this? Do you remember this? The debate about Helen Keller, who was born both blind and deaf.
This is how stupid
she only achieved notoriety and her success due to her own white privilege. And dude, you know what? You said it too. This also seems to be in the same vein as Whoopi Goldberg put forth on The View this year when she likened the Holocaust to one of
a group of white people. That's all. This is a group of white people. Oh,
well,
Whoopi.
also, if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race.
It's about a different race.
See, Whoopi was confused because she thought it was about an actual, like a foot race, a car race. She's like, it's not about race. It's about people, man. Like, there was no racing. People didn't want to race to the chambers. They took their time. There was no, this was one lap. That's it. They didn't want to race. They're like, Whoopi, it's,
I hope,
people race.
I hope she learned, about the atrocities that happened. This is just such ignorance that I hear gets passed for what passes for fucking dialogue these days, and it's coming from, I'm starting to understand the paranoia of the Jewish people time and time again. They want their own country, Israel. I know the arguments, it wasn't theirs at first, but Jesus H, like, see? Everybody wants a little something from the Jews.
And by the way, here's me being mad at Twitter for allowing bullshit. So let's not pretend as if Josh is all, oh, look, he's on the side of Twitter. This is me saying, look, this is stupid. You banned Jordan Peterson for saying his point of view. Whether it was dramatic or not, it's a different story. I think it was fucking definitely dramatic, but he should be allowed to say that. Whereas literally, you allow this debate on your platform.
I poised that his
but it's because it's such a left debate.
His rebuttal was extremely dramatic. It's what he got stricken down for that
I'm
the
in
issue.
100% agreement.
The issue is taken.
I have no problem with what he said.
And how these arbiters of free speech and their monopolies of these platforms don't even have to give you details on what was done wrong. You just get a blanket statement, bend the knee, apologize, move on. Fuck you.
And by the way, tomorrow at 1 p.m., if you didn't watch it, we're trying to do clips now. That clip will be available by itself. There'll be a premiere of it at 1 p.m. where Eli and myself have the Jordan Peterson debate. We're trying to grab some more people in, and clip seems to be the way to do it. So look out for some more clips. And as Eli suggested, if you think something was a good clip, let us know. We'll take that in, and maybe we'll put it out as a clip. Let's get to fuck, man. Time slips away so quickly. We got to get to the New York City thing. The Jose Alba, the self-defense, the social media. New York City is in a fucking clusterfuck right now, if I may say so myself.
So from my headline reading understanding is that there's a man who, in effect, practiced a stand-your-ground position, whereas he felt he was under threat, defended himself, but now the law is not on his side where it would be here, unquestionably.
Correct. And I'm going to play. I have to scroll through because the article I have right now is talking about some new footage that came out. But I want to show you.
She's playing victim.
The beginning of it all before we get to the other side of the video.
Is this fully unedited and so viewer discretion advised? Yada yada. You've been warned. We're not a G-rated show. I'm
not sure if this one is, but this is. So the story here is Jose Alba is a owner, whatever, operator of a bodega.
Bodega.
Yeah, say it with me. Bodegas. a couple comes up and they try to buy a bag of chips, and the female's card is declined.
It's over a bag of chips.
It's over a bag of chips. And the male gets upset about it. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Like, are you mad because your card got declined? Is there something more? Did he say something? Did he kind of brush you?
Pride comes before the stabbing.
Did he brush you off where you felt kind of like disrespected? Like, I'm sorry, man, I can't. Dude, get another card and come back later. You know, like, did he say, does any of that constitute this?
Come on. Papa, look, Papa, look. Come on, Papa. What's up with you? I don't want a problem, Papa. What's wrong with you? I know that's a little girl. Why you snatch anything out of here?
Like, you just walked behind his personal space.
My heart's already racing because you get in these instances, man.
But exactly? What is that? If somebody's like,
I'm on him. You get that close to me.
But what does that mean, though? Is what I know what your reaction is. But when somebody walks to an area they're not allowed to be to confront you, what else do you think is going to happen there?
They're not going to give me a fucking peck on the cheek.
Yeah, they're not going to give you a hug or a kiss.
No, it's during a conflict.
He's coming here.
Okay, so that's the other angle. This is when he comes in. So that's how it started off. I want to show this now before we get to that. So here's that definitely graphic violence here. So viewer discretion is advised, but this is the news. We're just showing you what you shouldn't do in this situation. This is strictly for educational purposes.
And right now it's being debated in New York about the aftermath of the law. So this is literally educational.
So this is the other angle. So he's already in there. Right, the gentleman already came inside his
way up in his
register area, which is, you got money there. You could have other things behind the cash register.
Fuck you.
Yep. Starts to push him. So what does that mean?
Assault. It's on.
He's instigated it.
Yep.
He started it.
He has initiated an assault. Now the man can defend himself.
Well,
legally.
He's still not doing anything. I don't know what's being said here, but the guy's, he's getting ready. He's getting in that position to like,
the posturing.
I'm gonna fucking hit you. Yeah. Like there's like, he's waiting for, like, I've seen that position be done like too many times to where like, they're waiting for you to like flinch or like make a move to where, you can get like people
capitalize.
Some people just want to fucking fight.
The fuck?
He's talking to his girlfriend.
Oh, that's the girlfriend?
So the guy makes a sudden move to reach for his knife. So this is where it gets graphic. Remember that video we watched where the bank robber gets...
Is it that bad?
It's pretty much, but it's nowhere as near as gory because we don't get the full...
There's no fatality, right?
He's dead.
Who is? The guy?
Yeah, this guy's...
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah,
whoa.
That's why it's self-defense.
All right. Let's peel the tape. Holy shit! Whoa!
You don't see much,
Holy shit! Yeah, no, whoa, shit, man.
But now the girlfriend comes around and actually new footage has come out that she actually starts to stab Jose Alba, the bodega owner. So while that's going on, he actually got stabbed by her once or twice in the arm.
So
look at this when he steps away. I mean, look at the size of this fucking knife, dude. Wait a second. Wait till he...
Yeah, that was a fucking full-on cleaver. That went all the way up into... Oh, wow. So, yeah, he got poked. Wow.
Yeah, he got right there, and I think, like, on the shoulder a few times. Like he's... The dude's got bruises everywhere.
Why didn't he... Where's his gun?
You're not allowed to carry a gun, dude.
You can de-escalate and take control of the situation if you point it and have him back the fuck off with a knife.
Nah, man. Guns are going to make it worse, bro. Guns are just going to escalate, dude. How dare you?
Fuck, dude.
I mean, what's your first reaction watching that?
Okay, so I get it. Like, there's gonna be the element of people like, oh, you couldn't use your fist. Fuck, that's an old man defending his property.
61.
61. He was on his fucking ass, and this dude was just setting up to beat him. He did strike him. We saw that. He's in his own property, defending his own business, and I would be in fear for my life at that point in that corner too. I'd reach for something. I'd go for a fucking kill, stab, something, anything. In that moment, you don't get to really pick, I'm just going to poke you over here because you're just going to be tickled and run away laughing. No, I'm going to go for a kill shot. So I'm on the side of the business owner.
She came in and she stabbed him as well.
You crazy fucking bitch.
Yep. Here's footage of her stabbing him right
you
there.
You dumb crazy bitch. What the fuck? One wasn't enough? He did it once, right? He stabbed the guy in the neck once.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Look, she got hers. Boom.
And thank goodness he didn't go for her. I mean, he'd probably be going away for the death penalty at this point.
In Florida, you'd probably have every right to do something like that, but they're not Florida. So this guy is charged with murder.
You gotta be shitting me.
I am not shitting you. This man, Jose
It's on
Alba,
video that he is attacked
with murder.
It's his business. That's his property. Just like if I were in my car and somebody were to abscond or assault me in any shape or form, my car is recognized as my personal property. I can defend it with a gun, even if I didn't have a permit.
It was the DA who
Are you fucking kidding me?
Murder, yeah. And, this is the same DA who's letting people off for multiple offenses time and time again. And, they're still going out and recommitting. But this guy, he's in for murder. His bail was initially $1 million, and he was able to get it down to $50,000.
Get me his GoFundMe so I can donate right now.
Oh, yeah. I'll pull it up. Let me see. Oh, yeah. GoFundMe deleted it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's gone.
Why? Why would that? I mean, clearly... I don't care. Like, GoFundMe is not owned by the state of New York. Why would they take that down? That was obvious self-defense.
Well, I guess because the charges, it's not for them to sit. Like, they have rules saying they're not allowed. Our terms of service prohibit fundraising for the legal defense of a violent crime. At this time, the fundraiser has been removed and all donors have been refunded. I mean, the page had already raised $20,000 for the guy. Yeah, it's fucking craziness. So self-defense is now being classified as a murder.
Here, let's use the opportunity that we have in the audience. Engage. Everybody, please. I would love the feedback here. Type 1, very simply cut and clear that you think, literally cut, if you think that was self-defense and this man should not be put away. Hit 1. I would tally them up. Secondly, if you think it was murder, he went over the edge, hit 2.
I mean, let's start a poll.
Yeah.
We'll just start a poll. Start a poll.
I don't think I know how to do that, but
I got you, bro. Poll.
I know you know how to smoke poll, but
murder. Oh shit, man. That
sorry.
was rude.
I know. All right, we got our first one by the inner circle. Self-defense. Damn right. Ducks 1.
Murder. Self. Polls help our reach. So let's fucking make the poll. Even if you already did the 1 or whatever,
independent many,
submit to the poll. Help us out here. Get us some good numbers.
I get to vote here. Okay.
I got to figure out how to get this yes or no off of. So just go murder or self-defense.
Self-defense. Self-defense. I clicked it. There you go.
Ooh. Brag much?
I mean, we as a country need to fully understand where the law should be protecting us. This is gross negligence of the state of New York, somewhere I used to be very proud to say, like every Floridian, 90% of us, we're taking over Florida. And now I think New York needs a little Florida in them.
Not only do they want a little Florida. You see the New York Bodega Group, they're pitching the stand your ground law after the fatal stabbing.
Yeah, there's nobody saying this was murder. Okay, we got 91% and 9%. Yeah, yes, and self-defense. Okay.
A New York City Bodega Group says the Big Apple should adopt a local version of Florida's controversial stand your ground law after a Manhattan store worker was charged with murder for defending himself.
You know what's funny about that line? It's not controversial to me.
Yeah, I know. It's not. It's really not. You know who's making it controversial? Motherfucking news. Motherfucking New York.
The Hyperbole, motherfucking, and
maybe not the Post, but
just the media going media. They're gonna make this as big as possible. And please, this man.
That's what I said to my plastic surgeon.
This is, this is like where. All right, this might be a gotcha moment for all of the lovely religious people that know that they think sometimes somebody said I shove the fact I'm an atheist down your throats and I don't mean to do that, but I do want to say
like the vegan thing and
shut up for a second. Let me just say I wish I could pray that this man gets to have his freedom. Okay, I can
ask them to do it.
I'm hoping. Okay, that's what I got. But like I know, And like right now, I'm going through a lot of strange things, man. Like talking to my Israeli friend has me talking about the Talmud and shit, dude. I don't know where my brain's going anymore, up, down, all around. But that man deserved his freedom, okay? I've been in a position like that, and I thought I was going to be killed, and that's why I own a gun, you know? I've been worse than that.
Did you know there was a United Bodegas of America? You know there's a UBA? UBA.
I think
UBA.
After Half-Baked, we all knew that bodegas needed protection.
But you knew there was a UBA, dude?
I'd be totally flexed in line if I said yes, so yes.
So they're the ones advocating for the stand your ground law. What do you think? You think New York should adopt it?
Yes! I'd be proud of New York again. I'm going to New York to visit my uncle, my brother, my niece, my nephew, and I want to know that I could see a man in his own bodega defend himself. God forbid if I were to go inside of one and something goes down. What happens if it was another customer that jumped in and perhaps stabbed the man because that's all he had? Or, I mean, I'm just curious. This fucking New York has become a joke, and I've always had it so close to my heart.
The UBA goes on to say, bottom line, in Florida, this is what you would consider stand your ground. That's what New York City needs. The controversial Florida law came under scrutiny after wannabe cop George Zimmerman killed 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in Sanford in 2012. God damn, it's 10 years ago. Florida allows people to use deadly force if they believe they are threatened by great bodily harm. New York does not have a stand your ground statute, but does allow for self-defense claims when protecting one's home.
This is business, his way of life, his livelihood is all in that little corner. He had gotten knocked down, and he was totally vulnerable to every posture that the assaulter was going to do. And he already struck him. So, yeah, the guy panicked, went for his fucking knife. And the dumb bitch stabbed him, too. Like, fucking, we're broken.
Well, New York City, yeah, like New York City isn't doing well. But, I mean, I think they're passing some laws to make things better. You know, like all this stuff is going on. But, you know, aren't they on the upswing? You know, the Supreme Court just ruled that states they can't be may issue. They need to issue, you know, concealed weapon permits. But, you know, New York is on the tip. They're on the ball. They're in the future. They're like, yeah, guess what? We'll give you what you want, but you got to give us 3 years of social media history for a gun carry permit.
Whoa,
that's what they're focused on.
Okay.
This man just got stabbed or did a stabbing because he was attacked in self-defense. But whoa, hold up.
In his own property.
We need to see Jose Alba's
background,
social media history.
Look for any red flag. This is dystopian. This is borderline communistic. This is a breach of the American trust, privacy. That's way like literally that's some overkill to allow you to carry. And then once you fucking and who is that face? What is that face? That's
the New York governor, Kathy Hochul. She's like she came in after Cuomo stepped down. Were you aware that L.A. All their the concealed carry permits were leaked? All the registration
were leaked?
Yeah, so like the public could know who carries a gun.
That goes against the whole fucking.
And one of our own, Drew, was like, "What's the big deal? Why is this bad?" And we had like a little back and forth. And
I missed it, huh?
Yeah, that's when the whole video game thing came. No, yeah, actually no, different thing. But we had a little back and forth on that topic, and it's like, well, yeah, this is bad because now, you know, the whole point. He's like, well, I thought the whole point of conceal was just to protect yourself. I'm like, well, like, yeah, you don't want people to know you have a gun. That's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's not to protect yourself. It's just to also like be ready in situations that you like people aren't expecting you to have a gun in.
Right. That's it. Get the jump on the assailant.
But I was like, it's not about he was like, so what's, you know, I was like, it's not about the government knowing because the government already knew. They're the ones with the list.
Yes.
The government's list is the one that got leaked. And it really didn't go much anywhere from that. You know, it's just like.
Well, it doesn't help any of the fucking argument. And the whole point of having a concealed weapon is so that, you know, you have the option of surprise if you are attacked. I mean, God forbid you get targeted and somebody that has it out for you knows what you're packing. They're going to come with something extra and ready for your ass. Fuck that.
Not only do you need to submit 3 years of social media history and inactive accounts. Like, how the fuck are they going to know, though? Seriously. How are they going to know what your inactive accounts are? I don't. It's fucking crazy. But not only are they going to need that, you need to have 16 hours of firearm training, provide 4 character references, and list the contact information for any domestic partners or adults of any kind they live with.
Okay, you know how fucked that'd be at 4 character references? Because everybody that knew me was like,
yeah, he just waves his
don't
gun
give
around.
that motherfucker a gun. Yeah, he's just gonna like cock it, load it, and like, yeah, I scared the producer that one time. It was awesome.
Check this out. Potential applicants will also be required to show good moral character, meaning the essential character, temperament, and judgment necessary to be entrusted with a weapon and to use it only in a manner that does not endanger oneself and others. What the fuck do you mean?
It's a dangerous
I may have to endanger the guy who's trying to endanger me, you bitch.
Wow, this is when it gets way... All right. Too much bureaucracy and way too reminiscent.
Bro, it's not over yet, my man.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
At a press conference regarding the new legislation, Hochul said, "We are creating a definitive list of sensitive locations where individuals will not be able to carry firearms, regardless of your permit."
Wait. So you go through this whole fucking process, and okay, it's got to be like practical places,
like 3 places, right?
Like, okay, the school. Don't bring a gun to the school. Okay.
What if you're
right? What?
I mean, I guess
security
Can
or
cops do it?
No, cops need to have their guns.
Okay, good.
Right?
Just make sure. So here's where
that's even crazier.
Person can't defend. Well,
I can't say a cop can have their gun and then like a citizen.
You're not allowed
It
to.
just depends on the age. That's all I'm thinking. But okay.
Apparently, to this fine New York Governor Hochul, it depends on where you are. So here, let me go over the list of where, even if you have a gun, you may not have a gun. Schools, summer camps, libraries, daycares, parks and playgrounds, places children gather, theaters, museums, entertainment venues, places of worship for religious observations. Mind you, all these places have had mass shootings.
Yes, that's all I'm thinking at everything you're saying.
They're like school
Been
shootings,
targeted,
fucking parks and playgrounds. That one shooting that happened to the Democratic senator, we're talking about, got shot in the head.
Was that the Democrat or the Republican one?
It was the Bernie bro that shot him. You don't remember this? Yeah. Places children gather.
It goes against my narrative to know if
theaters,
it's Bernie bro.
James Holmes, entertainment venues, the Vegas shooter shooting down at the crowd of people at the country concert. Places of worship, that one place we have, the New
streaming,
Zealand.
the Muslim call to prayer. This is a stupid
polling places. Educational institutions.
Dude, I bring my gun to the library every time, by the way. Yeah.
And health care and health medical facilities. Federal, state, local government buildings, homeless and domestic violence shelters, places where alcohol is consumed, restaurants, bars, public transportations, subway buses, airports, and at public demonstrations and rallies and in Times Square.
Pause the
That's all of New York City.
You didn't leave. There's nothing out literally except for like my backyard. Dude, subways, that's how you get around in New York. Public transportation, that you live by that shit, man, unless you're like super rich or something. Like when I grew up in New York, every fucking day, I would need my gun on me to feel safe in that environment. My father's been mugged twice.
How does this not go against what the Supreme Court just ruled? Like, isn't this in violation of their ruling? Like, they're trying to make all these like clever workarounds.
Of which ruling? Are you talking about the fucking Roe v. Wade?
No.
Oh, okay.
The gun ruling saying you can't carry a gun is unconstitutional. Like all the places that say you can't have a concealed carry weapon is unconstitutional.
Yeah, this is a weird walk around of that ruling. So I don't understand why it's okay either. Unless they want to secede or some shit. This is not okay. And that bitch's face is wigging me out. Like I could tell something about her, man. I get the bad juju vibe.
Bad juju. Well, that's we hit all the topics we had to hit and then some. We did. I'm trying to find my fucking pen. Here we go.
Shall not be infringed. Freaking damn right.
You got damn right. We got the Anne Frank thing. Oh, real quick. Since we did the Anne Frank thing, I didn't get to play this alongside the Anne Frank thing. But speaking of privilege, this video is just funny, and then we'll get into a few public freakout videos. Let me see if I can find. Oh yeah. This fatty says she has thin privilege. That's what I called it.
Thin privilege?
Yeah. Yep. This is great. This is going to bring a little tinkle to your eye. Twinkle, I'm sorry, not tinkle.
Hi.
Guess what? this fucking moo has thin privilege.
Whoa, hey, yo, okay.
I have thin privilege.
Huh?
What? But I'm so fat. I'm like a size 20, 22.
I didn't say it. She did.
How can I possibly have thin privilege? Because there are people who are fatter than me.
That's not how being thin works. That's not how that works.
That's it. And by that definition, I am fucking cut.
Yeah,
bitch.
dude, if I have a scale and I just compare everyone to like, oh, wow, look at that guy. I am looking good compared to that guy.
I can't hear you over all this lean muscle over here, Josh.
Yeah, dude, you are ripped right now.
Fucking compared to you? Shit.
Because there are people who are fatter than her. That means she has thin privilege.
Because there are people who are fatter than me. When I go up on...
It doesn't even seem like she believes what she's saying, because like she does that weird like she looks away and back at the camera, you know what I mean? Like she's like I don't know how to put it, but it looks like she's confused by it too when she says...
Because there are people who are fatter than me. When I go up on a plane,
you know what I mean?
I might need a seatbelt extender. I might be uncomfortable. I may not feel good. People may say things to me. But
like you're fat.
I mean...
You're fat. You're not thin. You're fat. That's shitty. I'm just saying that's what people would say. That's not what I would say. But those are the shitty things one would say to somebody who...
I'd say look at your BFTs, and then she'd literally like lift it up and swing like a baseball bat and knock me unconscious.
I would get distracted by the BFTs.
But I don't need to buy
really
a second
low.
seat or risk getting kicked off the plane. That means...
Feels like she was like, oh, that one time though when I almost got kicked off the plane, you know, like she kind of caught herself.
She's reliving it.
That means that I have privilege compared to people who have that experience. You may not even need a seatbelt extender. If that's the case, then you have privilege compared to me.
Oh my God.
Somebody who is a model size may have privilege compared to you, but that doesn't mean you don't have any privilege.
They just think the skinnier you are, the more privilege you have. Like that's how much body dysmorphia is fucking their head up.
Josh, I don't think you're even allowed to comment on this topic, sir.
I was...
You look like you actually, frankly, need some more meat on your bones,
once
sir.
And still is a fatty. Compared to her, yeah, I'm thin privilege all the way, cuz.
Bro, you're like Ryan Gosling over here.
Thin privilege. Thin privilege.
Yeah, you would, you mother trucker.
Hey, man, I just got a thin privilege pride.
Wear it, man. I mean, pride is... remember, pride's not a sin. Say right, Twitter.
How about having a little pride in how smooth you are?
Not me, like...
Not you. No, you're not smooth. Yeah.
Smooth criminal.
Me. Play a few freakouts to get the freak out of here.
Good to see the Alamos getting work on TikTok.
Love it. Love it. So here's probably one of the smoothest men alive.
Oh.
And you be the judge. And it sucks I can't zoom in too much here because it's a fucking fake. It's a real. But good
It's
luck.
real? Like, it's not fake.
I'll do this. I'll get a little better. Check this out.
Shut
Keeps
up.
going.
Fuck you.
He reminds me of the Chinese guy right here who does like all the little pants pulls off. Look at this guy.
Stop it. No.
Smoothest man alive.
Okay, I'm going to borrow that one. Only I'm going to totally murder it, and I'll be drunk at the bar.
Yeah, you're going to go over the chair and just like go to the left and just completely fall on her.
My gut's
going to
be hanging out and shit. Yeah.
You're going to look like one of these sea lions chasing away all the people from the beach.
You pet sea lions. They're gentle.
Look at them. Look at them all. Just chasing these people. They're just free. Oh, my God.
Oh, the horror. Look at as they snail their way towards us.
They just want some treats, bro. You never seen a sea lion?
Oh, that little kid's about to get it.
And what it just like, you just see like blood just
everywhere. I think Spielberg really messed up and missed out on, instead of Jaws, we could have had seal.
Yeah, I mean, and people, listen, they're called lions for a reason, bro.
Sea lions, but I'm still thinking seal and then kissed from a rose.
No, dude, he's telling the truth.
Wait, what?
You said, is he lying? I said, no, he's telling the truth.
I don't think I said that.
Yeah, you said, is he lying?
I'm saying Seal, the singer.
I said, he's telling the truth.
All right. Well, got me there.
Fuck yeah. Here's something funny. You know, this is why you don't do drugs.
I wouldn't understand. Oh!
Have you seen this before?
Play it.
This is fantastic. these people are under the influence of a drug.
I'd like to say this is probably the happiest moment of 2022 for me personally.
Oh my God.
You're dead. You heard the lady say it?
Yeah, yeah.
I got blood all over my hands. Susan, we're dead.
The fuck just happened to you?
I don't know.
You're dead?
What?
You're dead?
Are we dead?
Yes.
Are we dead?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm the Grim Reaper.
Are we dead?
Dude, the
Why is there medieval music playing in the background?
I would have said, "Now you must come with me." You know, like,
you could have really owned this.
yeah.
What happened?
This is falling over. She's going. She's succumbing to the dead.
This is crazy.
Instead, he gets too overwhelmed by how real it gets. He's like,
Yeah, I know.
This was funny, but honestly, you guys are freaking me out.
That's why it's good if like you or I didn't stumble upon these, these two, because had we done that and they started like falling backwards, like yes, yes, now give in.
Just let go, let go, follow the light. We pull out our cell phones or something.
Yeah.
Come to the light.
See that?
This is where you go when you die.
Yes. Am I dead?
You watch Stuck in the Middle, Stuck at Night on loop when you die.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Two more.
Okay. I could do all fucking night.
I love a drunken news anchor.
I heard. Okay. There's two instances, but okay, I haven't seen either.
I don't know if this.
She got her O face on.
Dude, you can without even playing audio.
A little rough around the edges.
But even without playing audio, there's the drunk face.
Yep.
I don't know what the drunk face is, but it's there.
I mean, you're looking at it. That's what it is.
More than 50 million people across the country's southeast are under warnings for excessive heat. And boy, don't you know that?
Excessive heat, boy, don't you know that? I think drunken behavior constitutes as never using commas. Like everything's just a run-on sentence.
Fuck yeah.
Everything's just a run-on sentence, and that's fine, because that's how I like talking. Talking's fun.
More than 50 million people across the country's southeast are under warnings for excessive heat. And boy, don't you know that? 105 degrees in Texas today. I just spoke with my mother. That's what she's dealing with.
That fucking bitch. She starts to get all personal.
Yeah.
I just spoke with her. God damn her.
It's a major heat.
It'd be funny if like she was in charge of the fucking
prompter,
Chicrons, whatever they're called down there, and she was like, 500 million people are under heat alert. Like, she was just typing random shit.
Don't you know?
I believe Chiron.
Wave.
Sorry. Chiron. There it is. Chiron.
It's just heading everywhere. We're so lucky. It's only 80 degrees here. We are really lucky here in the capital region. I mean, let me tell you about that. These areas are reaching such areas. I mean,
what?
These areas are reaching such
areas, guys.
Houston, Austin, San Antonio. I mean, they're not expected. It has happened.
She's went full sorority girl.
Yeah. You don't need us telling you that it's
You don't need us to tell you.
You don't need
Look, that looks like me drinking the water.
She was
today.
being racist. She said, you don't need Italians.
You don't need Italians
in this state
to tell you.
Right.
bad. It's like people are being told to like.
She just starts commenting, look at this guy drinking water. She's just getting out of it.
Stay inside, drink a lot of water, and we are just lucky. This weekend right here is so amazing. Meteorologist Craig Adams is right here.
Yeah, they're rushing off of her.
Adams. Why did I say that? Of course,
stop,
clearly,
lady.
We're taking a live look over.
You don't look good. Take it easy. Like, bless your heart.
Meteorologist Craig Gold is working a double shift.
Oh my God!
Look at the lip play.
We've been tracking this.
This been so much.
Been like across the country.
Stop! Somebody stop her!
So much hand movement.
I know. That's how I do my rants.
And we're having really nice weather here, so let's get over to.
Let's go talk some more
Go
over
talk
to the
over
left.
here. You want to see my boob?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a drunk pitch. Down here, we got a lot of drunk pitches going on.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's sad is like a drunk newscaster is like, I believe this is the right terminology, a dime a dozen. They all, for whatever reason, they love to kick back booze. Like news anchors. Like
you thought Anchorman was like based on a false story, sir?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's true.
But Anchorman really doesn't do justice of all the drunken
shenanigans
rants out there.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Like they're just, it's more so. Yeah, I enjoyed a good beverage while it wasn't really like
scotch.
I'm drunk on camera most of the time.
Most of the time.
I like to end off with this.
Okay.
This may not be funny.
Well,
but we're gonna make it funny because that's what we do.
Oh,
That's what we do.
Nervous.
Don't be nervous. So,
holy shit! Fuck. That's a little man.
These people are jumping.
No, don't do that to the little guy.
I think he started though. Like he started some shit.
Oh, we gave him a chair. He's swinging. See, it's funny because he's a little man, but
it is.
That's a human being.
It's kind of a bummer. You know what I mean?
It really fucking is. Are they gonna? Oh no! Come on.
Picking on the little guy.
Let him go.
But like he's being tough. You know, he's like, listen, whatever, fuck y'all.
He held his own.
Yeah, dude, he's still holding his own. But like the problem is.
Holy shit! That's a fucking rock.
Yeah, the problem is he's just so small. You know, you can just get to him.
Kids, bro, pull your fucking pants up.
He runs away like
Yeah, we need to rehumanize like dwarves. That didn't help. I think they'd prefer.
Yeah, I don't think they like dwarves.
No, they think they prefer the term.
I
talked to a dwarf today, as a matter of fact.
Did you? What did they say?
They said we prefer the term midget.
I can't see your eyes.
They say that all the time.
Make eye contact with me.
No,
I can't really get down that far.
No,
bro.
Usually Gyro is the midget I know. He says I prefer to look at your
Gyro,
balls.
huh?
I don't know why. I just dog named my cousin. All right. Anyway,
I figured there's one of the best ways we can make this a little more human and humanize it.
I need to use the restroom immediately.
Is goddamn Benny Hill makes everything better. Now this is hilarious.
Yeah, it's not assault.
It is, but it's funny assault.
Yes.
Oh, look at they're beating up a little guy. Look, he's. No, it's funny now. You don't got to worry about it. That's funny now. Look at him run away.
I can't perform anymore because when I have sex, I hear this song. Damn, I said that out loud.
Yeah, you did.
Come on!
What, you don't like him?
It's ruined my life, Josh. I hear this during everyday occasions and conversations.
Everything is better with Benny Hill.
I went to temple, and I was supposed to do my first prayer, and then I just started going... They didn't appreciate that, Josh.
Liberty Lion had my back on the last episode. Whenever I dropped the last...
Liberty Lion?
Yeah, Liberty Lion was like, Benny
like
Hill makes everything better.
I feel like he just got called out on one of those larger channels.
Tech loved it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're dying. You traitors.
It's good. It's good. It can make everything better, you know. And every now and again, I'm gonna throw the Benny Hill theme on the fucking video and see what happens.
Let's check the poll real quick.
Yeah, check the poll.
Self-defense, 81%. Yes, meaning yes, we believe it was self-defense, is at 12%. I think 1 or 2 at most voted no, but I don't know if they knew what they were doing.
It was a little crazy, you know. He reaches out and he,
it looks fucking brutal, but if you can put yourself in those shoes and know that fear, it's not that crazy. He blocked the exit. That there was a debate going on the chat. He blocked the exit, man. The guy had no real other options except for running and leaving his store. Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Look at this.
What am I looking at? Don't do this again with the
She's just copying off you, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Thank you. She's
got your back, bro.
I know. She doesn't like your Wahlberg stash.
I didn't like the picture compliment.
We'll be back at on Tuesday.
That's tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. By God.
Tomorrow?
If we have anything to say, Tuesday's tomorrow.
All right, so apparently Tuesday is after Monday. Hot take, stuck at night.
Careful.
You learned it here.
We're clipping that.
In real time. Please.
Just that 3 seconds. Tuesday's after Monday. Boom.
Smash the like button. Share this on any platform, guys. Like, I cannot articulate how important that is to us. Being able to share this and help us gain that traction that we feel would be fun for all. I don't know what else to say aside from pandering. Catch us tomorrow night, 10, 10:15, 10:30. We'll be here, and we love you guys. We do this for you, so please show your support. Show up.
I'm not gonna lie, I do a little bit for me too. I love hanging out and having fun and talking shit about some stuff. So I do hope it translates to you. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of give and take. With that said, we are doing the Jordan Peterson thing tomorrow, so catch that if you missed Stuck 100. That is from Stuck 100, but we're trying to do a little more clips. So keep tuned for the clips, and also let Eli or myself know if you want to see.
Recommend the clips.
Recommend some clips, you know.
I forget it every time
you do all the work.
What's the Stuck in the Middle show at gmail.com?
Yeah, stuckinthe-middle-show@gmail.com.
That's the one, and if you forget that, Progressive Patriot 44 at gmail.com. That's 2 different options. We love you. Peace.
We'll see you
Good
tomorrow.
night.
Bye.
Drunk,